But that's basically that. I'm not really a huge fan of that one, but I don't like throwing out stuff if I don't have to. And then this, we had to do something with text. So in the coffee steam, there's actual quotes about coffee, and then this is coffee and hot chocolate. This is why it's like really dark. I think it still smells like it too. It still kind of smells like it. And then this is just marker. And this is a negative drawing. It's of I-10, which is a highway here that I used to drive all the time when I would come and visit family. And I'm getting charcoal all over myself. It's just white and black charcoal. This, we had to do something, I had to do like burst of color, I think. And so I did, it's supposed to be like someone blowing bubbles. I really don't like the face though. I bumped the tripod. This is like my favorite part, is just that part. And it's just, I painted all of this blue, and then the actual like thing that you blow the bubbles out of, I don't know what they're called, is just charcoal, like colored charcoal. And then this is, it's paint with like a lot of water, and I basically just like dripped it on there. And then this, we had to do some of the stuff I wrote on the back, some of it I didn't. This is avant-garde and kitsch, so it's basically like mixing two things kind of. So it's supposed to be like this, like really a nice portrait with like, it's supposed to be like a golden frame. It's not really a golden frame though. And then there's like a graffiti, and Nako is like my nickname. And there's a giant bug. And then I think I spilled like coffee and stuff on it to make this look more like brick. And then here's the actual sketch design for it, because I sketched it out first. And then this, we had to do something, we had to take a controversy in the world. Remember, this is from like 2010, I think. And I feel kind of bad now because of all the events that just happened up there with Hurricane Sandy, but I basically did it on the end of the world. And there's like a film strip at the bottom showing that I don't think the world is going to end in 2012. Which is in a month, supposedly, and that's basically just like the Statue of Liberty, and it's supposed to be like apocalypse type stuff. And then this is just sketch design stuff, like homework assignments. And I took a figure drawing class, and this is just more sketch stuff. There's me practicing my apocalypse. There's more. That's something I never actually did. This is a bunch of sketches. There's like the first project that I did, which I showed you. Alright, so another class I took is figure drawing. You're going to be seeing this with black marks over certain areas of the body part, because I don't want to offend anybody in case they don't like nudies. I did take a figure drawing class. It was a little awkward at first because someone just stands in the middle of the room and they're naked and then you draw them. And so this is just a drawing that I did of one of the models that came in. That one was really bad. There's another one. And then this one we actually did, this is actually our classmates. We had to draw clothing. And then here's a drawing on this side too. I don't know if you can really see it. The model was holding an umbrella. We would give them props. And then this class was 3 hours long, so it was a long class. That, I don't know what that is. It's just a bunch of stuff. And then this, it's something called, I forget what it's called, but basically the model changes position literally like every 5 seconds. I think it was actually like maybe a minute, and so you had to draw each pose, and you just drew it on top of each other. It was fun to do, but kind of fun. I put a post-it note there on this one. I tried doing it to all of them, but it didn't work. This is just a drawing, and then there's charcoal on the other side, so that's why it's kind of like bled over. And then here's more of those, I can't remember what they're called though. This is from 2010. And there's a drawing on that side. I'm trying to show, it's really complicated to do. And then another drawing. There's a foot. I hate feet, but my teacher was making me draw feet so that I could practice. I was not very happy. I don't like feet. And there's the start of a drawing, but I never actually finished it. Like I said, I was really slow. It took my time. And this is actually one of my favorite ones, although I'm going to have to black some of it out, but I didn't finish it because I'm trying to get the tripod to move. My persistent isn't there. So I can zoom in on like her head. That's what it looks like. And that's just with pencil. I think that's the last one. Alright, so I also took a photography class. We used a film camera and then got the negatives developed, or just got the negatives and then went into the classroom and scanned them in, which, by the way, big giant pain, takes several hours. And this was from our final project. I did a project on, okay, quick warning, there's going to be pictures of fake gore if you do not like blood, even if it's fake blood. I suggest fast forwarding a little. But basically, I did this project. It was our final project, and it was about a girl being stalked by a guy. If you look in the corner, there's a guy there, and that's actually my friend, and that is actually her husband. And it's basically like he's stalking her, and then eventually he kills her. So there's like some other pictures. This is on my iPad because I don't have them printed out. It's black and white with splashes of color, which is supposed to be a reference to like Sin City. And this is supposed to be when he finally finds her. We shot this in an alley, which was really awkward. We were afraid someone would come over and see, and then he eventually kills her. Let's see if I can show it. There we go. And the wound is fake. Her husband is actually really good with special effects. And there's more than that. I don't know why they're not showing. There we go. Okay. And so we're gonna get into the gory ones. And so this is her laying in a pool of fake blood. My class thought it was pretty cool though. And then another one of her. And then another one to kind of show like the whole perspective. And then this one, I took pictures of her running around, and I set, there's something you can use called the bulb setting, I think, where if you have it open, like the camera, the lens actually opened, it'll stay open and it'll catch like all of this movement. So I basically photoshopped those together, so it's supposed to be like she sees herself. And then that's like a crime scene photo because it's a chalk outline. So that's from my photography class. I have more than that, but I don't have anything. So my final. Okay, so now here's some of the digital stuff. This is from a print class. It says, "Fuel your nightly adventures with energy drinks by Ding." We had to create a product, a company, a logo, and everything. And it's supposed to be mana and health potions. And it's blue raspberry and dragon fruit. And it's a WoW reference, obviously. And they come in this like cool little chest, and that was kind of the thing for that. This is from my digital foundations class. We had to take a picture of ourselves and alter it. So I mutated my hand a little and made robot stuff come out of it, and then cracked my face and made my eyes all scary. And then this one's another self-portrait. This is from my color foundations class. We had to take a picture of ourselves or whatever and do two either like harmonious things or two opposites. So mine are opposites, so this is me screaming with bees coming out of my mouth with like fear of nature, and again, creepy black eyes. I promise I'm not a very dark person, but all of my art is. And then here is harmonious, like harmony with nature, like ice, like so like fire and ice and stuff, and it's supposed to be a horse, and it's being made out of snow. And then from that same class, I also made a poster called Sharktopus, when the red tide appears, stay out of the water. I made this around the same time that the Sharktopus movie was being made. It got ripped a little, but I made this poster, and this is probably one of my favorite things that I ever made. I really like it. If you have any specific questions in relation to any of my artwork, again, you can ask me in the comments or contact me through YouTube or Twitter or whatever. I have no problem answering anything. Myself. I really like to share anything. I had a lot of fun doing that because I basically just kept using a lot of browns, reds, and yellows. And I put like blonde. So that's a self-portrait based off a picture of myself. And then this one was one of our first things that we did. We basically had 4 corners, and I forget what each one was, but one had to be the original picture, one was like the complementary colors, and then the other one was grayscale, obviously you know which one that one is, and then the other one was some other set of colors, but I forget what, and so you had to figure out which colors went where. And this was the first thing that we did in class. I never finished it, but it was just a still life, and we had to paint with black and white only, and then make our own grays. And then this is a Van Gogh. We basically just had to recreate it, and I didn't actually end up finishing it, but I still got a good grade on it. This is really hard to do. For some reason I decided to do this one, and I kind of wish that I didn't, but there's